Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. Get ready to see something familiar in a whole new light, because today we're going deep on, well, cats.
That's right, cats.
And I know what you're thinking. Cats. What's left to learn?
Well, you might be surprised, even a topic as seemingly simple as our feline friends can hold hidden depths.
Exactly. We're about to uncover some seriously amazing facts about cats. And where are we getting this information? Wikipedia.
Yep, that's right. We're diving headfirst into the world of Felis catus, all from what we found on their Wikipedia page.
And get this, we're talking mind-blowing senses, their secret history, and some of their, let's call them unique behaviors. You know, those quirks that make you go, why on earth do they do that?
It's going to be a wild ride. And a fascinating one, too.
It really is. But to kick things off, can we just talk about a cat's senses for a second?
Yeah.
I mean, we all know they have amazing night vision.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But it's way more than just amazing. Their eyes are practically engineered for low light.
Okay, so how does that even work?
Well, you see, their eyes have way more of these things called rods than ours do, like up to 8 times more. Rods are these light-sensitive cells in the retina, and cats, well, they've got them in spades. Having more rods basically means they can see even the tiniest glimmer of light when it's practically pitch black.
Wow, no wonder they always seem to be up to something in the middle of the night.
Mm.
But okay, what about their hearing? Because I swear my cat can hear a treat bag opening from, like, a mile away.
You know, it's funny you should mention that. It's not just your imagination. Their hearing is ridiculously sharp, like way beyond what we can even hear. They can even pick up ultrasonic frequencies.
Okay, now that's just showing off. So what does that mean? What kinds of things are they hearing that we're totally missing?
Think about the high-pitched squeaks a mouse makes, or the flutter of a bird's wings. Sounds that we'd completely miss are like dinner bells to a cat.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now I get why my cat freaks out every time I turn on the blender. It all makes sense now. But speaking of senses, what about their sense of smell? Is it true what they say about it being way stronger than ours?
Oh, absolutely. Their sense of smell is about 15 times stronger than a human's.
50, get out.
Yeah, it's no joke. They've got millions more of those scent receptors in their noses. Plus, they even have this special organ right on the roof of their mouths called the vomeronasal organ, which picks up on things like pheromones.
Okay, so that's why they spend so much time sniffing, well, everything. But seriously, think about how they experience the world with all those senses dialed up to 11. It's mind-blowing, it really is. It's no wonder they always seem to be one step ahead. But these incredible senses we've been talking about, they didn't just appear out of thin air. It took thousands of years, right?
Which brings us to their, well, wild past.
You got it. Their history is intertwined with human civilization, going way, way back.
Right. We always hear about, like, cats in ancient Egypt, just lounging around with the pharaohs. But the Wikipedia article, it mentions that cats were actually tamed way before that. Oh, yeah, much earlier. The most recent research suggests they were domesticated somewhere around, let me see, 7,500 BC.
7,500. Wow. Okay, so where was that geographically?
That would be the Fertile Crescent in the Near East.
Okay.
Seems like those early farmers, they really caught on to how helpful cats could be.
It makes sense. Keep those rodents in check. But it is so interesting how their status has, well, it's changed, throughout time. I mean, you think about it, revered like gods in ancient Egypt to, well, not such a great time in the Middle Ages. So what happened?
It is really interesting when you think about it. But yeah, the Middle Ages weren't so kind to our feline friends. It's a dark chapter for them, for sure.
Yeah.
You started to see all these negative superstitions popping up. They were linked to witchcraft and just bad luck in general. Yeah. And this led to some really awful stuff. Persecution, even killings. Awful.
It's a pretty far cry from their luxurious life back in ancient Egypt. Why such a drastic change, though?
Well, I think it just goes to show how complex our relationship with animals really is. It can change so drastically over time based on cultural beliefs and all those societal shifts,
Yeah, totally.
Like even today we say curiosity killed the cat.
Oh, that's right.
It's like this lingering reminder of those times.
That's a really good point. But speaking of curiosity, let's talk about some of their more interesting behaviors, for lack of a better term. I mean, this Wikipedia article, it really gets into the nitty-gritty of those, those quirky cat things they do. And honestly, some of it's pretty surprising, like, why do they need their paws on us? Like they're making biscuits.
Right. Classic needing. It's actually instinctual.
Yeah.
Starts way back in kittenhood. When they're nursing, they'll push their paws against their mom's belly. Helps get that milk flowing.
Oh, that's actually adorable. So even when they're all grown up, part of them still thinks they're getting a snack.
Yep. It's all about comfort, going right back to those early days, nursing and bonding.
Okay, that is pretty sweet. Although I'm not sure how comforting it is when they decide that my lap is the perfect spot to need.
Hmm.
Those claws are sharp.
Well, in that case, let's move on to a behavior that's definitely less appreciated.
Oh no, what is it?
We're talking about those gifts they bring home.
Oh no, the dead animals.
Yep, can't forget about those.
Ugh, yeah. My cat brought me a lizard once. Talk about a rude awakening. But I've always wondered, what's the deal with that?
Well, I can assure you, it's not that they think we're incapable of catching our own food,
Right, right.
though maybe some cat owners might think their cat believes that. No, it all comes down to their social instincts, really. In the wild, they sometimes share their prey, especially mothers with their kittens.
Okay.
So when your cat brings you, that dead bird or mouse, they might actually be showing affection, like they see you as part of the family.
Okay, I can kind of get on board with that.
Yeah.
It's the thought that counts, right?
But speaking of interesting cat behavior, this Wikipedia article, it mentions that even something as, I don't know, as simple as purring,
Purring, yeah.
it's actually more complicated than we think.
It's not always straightforward, no.
Right. I always thought purring meant the cat is, happy.
Sure, it can. It definitely can. But it's not always the case.
Yeah. It can also be their way of kind of self-soothing
Ooh, interesting.
when they're stressed or if they're injured even.
Wow, I had no idea. So wait, how does that even work? I mean, the article mentions this thing called like a neural oscillator.
Okay, so cats have this neural oscillator, right, in their brains, and it can trigger the muscles in their larynx to vibrate at a certain frequency. That's the purring sound.
Wow. So it's like their own personal massage.
Well, kind of. Studies have shown that the frequency of those vibrations, they actually fall within a range that's thought to promote healing.
Get out. So they're like self-medicating when they purr. That is incredible. They really are full of surprises. But, on a more serious note, this whole deep dive has really made me realize just how complex cats are. I mean, we think we know them, right? We share our homes with them. But there's still so much to learn about their behavior, their history. And, this article also touches on their impact on, everything else.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's something that, as much as we love them, we can't ignore. I mean, domestic cats, especially the ones that are, allowed to roam free, they have a big impact on wildlife.
That's right. The article actually cited a study that estimated that cats in the U.S., just in the United States,
Yeah.
they kill billions with a B,
Mm.
of birds and small mammals every year. It's a lot.
It's a staggering number.
It is. And honestly, it's a good reminder that as cat owners, we have a responsibility to be mindful.
Absolutely. We have to be aware of their instincts.
Yeah.
Keeping cats indoors or at least, supervised when they're outside, that can make a huge difference.
It's huge. It's a complex issue. There's no easy answers, but so important to talk about.
It really is.
Well, this deep dive, it has really given me a lot to think about. I mean, from incredible senses to ancient history, all their quirky behaviors, and yeah, even their impact on the environment. It's clear that there's so much more to cats than, well, meets the eye.
There really is. It's a journey getting to know them. And hopefully this deep dive has inspired everyone listening to, to see their cat with fresh eyes, appreciate them for the complex, fascinating creatures they truly are.
I know I do. And hey, maybe the next time your cat leaves you a little gift on the doorstep, you'll think twice before, getting upset. Just remember, it's all out of love in their own special way.
That's right.
Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. It's been an adventure.